What's up, guys? It's your boy TTG here, back with another video. And you guys already know what time it is. You see the title of the video. Today we are breaking down the Georgia Notre Dame game. And nobody's really been watching these breakdowns, so I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Maybe I'm going about it the wrong way. I'm just going to give you a short breakdown of who I think is going to win the game. And this one is Georgia, Notre Dame. What is Georgia, the number 2 seed? Taking on Notre Dame in the Sugar Bowl. New Orleans, Louisiana, January 1st, 8:45 p.m. Eastern Time. Late for us on the East Coast. I know a lot of Georgia fans are on the East Coast. So, Georgia coming in 11-2. And Notre Dame coming in, Notre Dame's the 7th seed, let me say that. 12-1. Only lost to Northern Illinois. Pretty bad loss, though. All right, so Georgia is going to enter the game 11-2, SEC champions. Beat Texas twice. 2 pretty good wins there. They won 22-19 in overtime against Texas in the SEC championship game. They do have a lot of injuries, and the injuries I'm talking about are not good ones. Carson Beck, starting quarterback for the entire year. Now they have Gunnar Stockton, who's inexperienced. He did play the second half of the Texas game. Looked okay. He made some bad mistakes, but he also looked good at times. So I'm expecting Gunnar Stockton to play well. It just seems like Georgia players is always next up, and they rarely see that big of a drop off. So I'm expecting the same thing from Gunnar Stockton. He's been in the program for 3 years. I think he's going to do fine. I don't think it's going to be that big of an issue. Now Notre Dame is entering at 12-1. They have an 11-game win streak. They haven't lost since week 2 or 3. What would that be? Yeah, week 2. I guess they lost. They're advancing to the quarterfinals on the back of a 27-17 win over Indiana in the first round of the college football playoff. The game was not as close as the score indicates, in my opinion. I think Notre Dame dominated that game, gave up a couple late touchdowns, but otherwise they dominated. Defense looked good, offense looked good, run game looked good. They've also dealt with injuries, but they just seem like there's a toughness factor in Notre Dame that I usually don't see. They're tough, they're gritty, they're strong. I think they're going to be a good test for Georgia. I really do. So when we look at key matchups, obviously when Georgia's offense is on the field, Notre Dame's defense is on the field, this is interesting to me. How can Georgia mix it up? I don't think Gunnar Stockton is quite as polished a passer as Carson Beck. So how do they stretch the field and keep Notre Dame from loading the box? And Notre Dame's really good at tackling in general. They're a disciplined team. They're not going to make many mistakes. They're going to need the wide receivers to make some plays. Arian Smith, I know you've had a lot of drops. Going to need you to make some plays, brother. Dominic Lovett, same thing. They're going to need you to make some plays, man. Trevor Etienne and Nate Frazier at running back, they're going to have to make some plays. The offensive line's going to have to find a way to establish the run to help out Gunnar Stockton. I think they're going to try to blitz him when they do pass, play in the play action game, and when it's passing now. So I think they're going to try to blitz. They're going to try to blitz Gunnar Stockton. Now they're going to need the backs and the offensive line to pick up the blitzes. Also, Stockton may have to make some changes at the line of scrimmage before the snap to pick up these blitzes. He doesn't have a lot of experience doing that. But we'll see. This game really excites me, and this is why I did this game last, because even till now, the day before the game, I don't know who I'm going to pick. I'm reading up on some stats, last minute stats now. So when Notre Dame's offense is on the field, Georgia's defense on the field. Another interesting matchup. I think these teams are quite similar. I think offensively, at times they've struggled this year. I think they have picked it up lately, though, both teams on offense. And I think they both play great defense. So Notre Dame's offense has been efficient lately. They haven't turned the ball over a whole lot. They don't ask Riley Leonard to stretch the field a whole lot because they don't have to. I think in this game, he's going to have to. Georgia usually does struggle with mobile quarterbacks. So we'll see. I'm excited. This could be a breakout game for Riley Leonard if he can, in the run game. I don't think he's going to throw all over Georgia's defense or anything. But we'll see. I like both of Notre Dame's coordinators. I think they'll have a good game plan coming in. So a little statistical comparisons. Now, it's hard to compare these teams because Georgia plays in the SEC. Notre Dame's an independent and hasn't really played a whole lot of competition throughout the year. Now, they did start out the year with Texas A&M. So I guess that counts. But week in and week out, they weren't challenged as much as Georgia. So on scoring offense, Notre Dame has the advantage there, apparently, by the stats. Defense, they both have strong defenses. Points allowed per game, Notre Dame does slightly edge them out. But again, look at the teams they're playing. As of November 22nd, Notre Dame was a 2.5-point underdog, and the over-under was 44.5. Now, I'm going to check real quick and see. We'll just go ESPN bet. Right now, Georgia's favored by 1, so the line has come down since the 22nd. So there is some money coming in on Notre Dame. I would probably go the under here, even though it's only at 44.5. I just don't see a whole lot of points being scored in this game. Now, naturally, since I say that, both teams are going to come out and light it up somehow. The over-under is 45.5 now, from what I'm getting on ESPN bet. So the matchup is the 4th time these teams have met. I think Georgia's 3-0, right? Yeah, Georgia's 3-0. Each one has been decided by 7 points or less. I think this is going to be another great game. I think it's going to come down to quarterback play for both. Which quarterback makes the plays? Because we both know they have great backs. The offensive lines have been good. The defense have been solid. I think the difference is going to be the quarterback play. Which quarterback can hit a deep throw or two and flip the field and maybe get a field goal or set their offense up to score a touchdown. So I think Gunnar Stockton can run too. We'll see. I really think Gunnar Stockton's got a lot on his plate. I think people are underestimating how much pressure's on him. But I think pressure makes diamonds. Great players thrive in those kind of situations. I just don't know I don't know. I've been swaying over this one for a long time. I'm just going to come out and say it. I got Notre Dame winning the game. And here's why. I think Notre Dame will be able to disrupt the throw game. And I think Georgia has struggled to run the ball this year. And I think Notre Dame's got a great run defense. But it's so hard to predict because Notre Dame hasn't played anybody all year. The best team they've played may be Indiana. Or it's either Indiana or A&M, in my opinion. I don't know, dude. But for some reason, my gut's telling me Notre Dame. So I'm going to pick Notre Dame. There you have it. Notre Dame, and I'm going to pick it low. I think it's going to be like a 21-17 game. Notre Dame edges them out late, but I think it's going to be an excellent game. Defenses are going to reign supreme, in my opinion. Now, could Gunnar Stockton come out and light it up? I haven't seen him throw the ball a whole lot. That's why I'm skeptical on Georgia. Now, if he comes out and he looks decent, even a little like close to Carson Beck, I think Georgia probably wins the game. Because if they're able to stretch the field vertically, they have the receivers to do it. They have the speed to do it. The tight ends could play a big role as well. If they can stretch the field vertically and open up the run game for Trevor Etienne and Nate Frazier, I think it's all she wrote. I think Georgia wins. But for some reason, I don't have a lot of confidence in Gunnar Stockton right now. Now, I like Gunnar Stockton, and I watched him play in person in high school. Dude's a dog, so I would love to be wrong about him, and I'm rooting for him. Dude seems like a good kid. Most of the times in today's NCAA football, you'll see kids like Gunnar Stockton hit the portal. As soon as they don't get to start early on, they don't trust the system. They don't trust in the process. This kid trusts the process. He has cows. I love him. I love those F-150 drives. I love everything about him. I want to be wrong so bad, but I can't pick him yet. Now, we'll see. Please prove me wrong. I'm begging you. But right now, I'm going 21-17 Notre Dame. And that's my final prediction. You guys come back to this video after the game's over and hammer me because I'm an idiot, all right? You guys have a great day. It's been your boy TTG. Make sure to subscribe. It's pretty much over for the giveaway now, but we're going to hit 1,000 subs anyway, regardless, eventually. So you guys have a great day. Happy New Year to you, and good luck on these college football games. Hopefully you win all your bets.